Hello, world. Welcome back to the JackDrag0n cave. It's Thursday night, and we're going to try and do some DDO, of course. And I've got to figure out why this thing is still rapping loudly at me. Oh, yeah, it's this thing. Okay. Sorry, I'm hearing voices, and not the normal voices. They're actual, like, voices I can hear with my ears. So we need to cut that out. It's almost the weekend. Almost. And I don't know if you were around to realize it Tuesday, but we made it through the entire stream without a DDO. I mean, a DDO or an OBS or a Windows crash. How about that? I think that um, I think that's pretty good. You know, I well, I don't know if that's working though. That part's working. Why am I not seeing? Oh my goodness. Am I not getting sounds from that now? Oh, because I'm not running actual chat. That's why. Okay. We're running a different chat, which is oh my gosh. What is the name of this thing? Something Social Stream Ninja. Yes, Social Stream Ninja. And we're doing that because it gets all of the chats. I actually have okay, pet dragon. You yeah, people know that they can pet you, I'm sure. Um Let me get through this first before they, start advocating for the petting, okay? Oh, goodness. What? Oh, yeah, I've got a co-host, future moderator, Kermit over here. I found him, and he'll be sitting in with us, I think, from here on out, foreseeable future. No, they can't hear you because that's not a microphone. That's a fan. I don't know why you put that there, but anyway, novices. We'll get them trained up. It'll be okay. So here we are again. We're going to be going to Thalanis. I don't know that. Well, let's see. Is there anything to talk about from the news of DDO? What was that? That was some kind of noise, and I didn't like it. All right. We'll see. GPU just dropped something. Hopefully it didn't drop a stream. How about that? That would not be good. Okay, that one's saying okay. Let's see if this is talking to... Oh. Okay, is that one talking to the chat the way it's supposed to? I don't know. How about, well, I'm not going to jump. Well, yeah, we can jump into this one and see if this one actually is doing chat the way it's supposed to. It looks like it might be. That'd be cool. All right, that seems to be working. How about that? We don't always have that. Oh goodness. Raid? A raid? Troy from Tavern Tales. How are you, my friend? It's great to see you. I saw you streaming, and yeah, you were up on one of my screens. And now I've got to look at me and figure out where else, where did I take that? And Neutral Agent, hi-ho! How's everybody tonight? What have y'all been working on, my friends? Hand like feet. How are you, sir? Welcome. Welcome to the JackDrag0n cave here on, we're going to be on Thalanis, and, well, one of your dozens of monitors. Yeah, It's it's an obsession. More, I'm like the well, I know that would be wrong to say, but I fancy myself as like the Neil Peart of computer equipment. Eventually, it's going to be where they just have to lower me in from the ceiling because I will be surrounded by all of these computers. I mean, here's, you can see the rear view of what we're looking at. I've got 5 on this rig, 3 over there, a standalone, then another 3. I could whip out another laptop, and if I really wanted to get old school, I've got about 4 Windows XP laptops down there that are still functional. So I have a problem. Help me with my problem. uh, uh, I need the Sarah McLachlan music playing now. For just a small donation, for the price of a cup of coffee, you can help JackDrag0n overcome his sickness. But anyway, yeah, yeah, I know it's IT hoarding. Yeah, you're on your own. Well, yeah, I don't know that I can be helped at this point. That's probably the issue. But thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope to provide you some entertainment. Maybe if you haven't been here and you like what you see, I'm talking to this and the camera's over there, so we're going to switch back to the front cam because that's what a jackwagon who doesn't really know what streaming is about is. Yeah. Nimvind, oh my gosh, welcome, my friend. Now I've got myself on 2 monitors because I was watching you. How's it going? Finished with your raids? Got a raid and run. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it. Appreciate the lurk. Anybody coming in who likes to lurk? Appreciate the raid, Nimvind, and welcome in, Raiders. Rothko, welcome in. So, we're going to be running some stuff on Thalanis just because we can. And yeah, I've got too many chat bots. What do you think? I'm going to be like thinning down the chat bot herd because I think I found one that works with all the different streams that I'm putting DDO out on. And in case you haven't, and what's crazy is the chat that's actually supposed to be showing up is not. So that means I'm probably going to go back to Axel chat before the next stream. So many things. Yeah. Chief, welcome in. How have you been? No, nice picture on the main. Okay. Appreciate that. Yeah. We I don't know what's going on there. Oh, yeah, that's something else. Okay. I was like, I see it. Something else going possibly wrong. But welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you hang around. If not, appreciate the opportunity. We're going to run some stuff on Thalanis. I'm here. In case you're not familiar, I'm JackDrag0n. You may have seen me in other people's chats messing with them. And ooh, nice. I kind of know which way to point a camera, and that's about it. Chief, I barely know how to get these things focused on me, but I've got a few different views, and I use some old equipment. I basically use phones for cameras in my setup here, and you can see some of the many monitors that were my obsession, my hoarding, my CDO combined with ADHD combined with potentially schizophrenia. I don't know. It's has led me to this. I know I have a problem, and well, I'll deal with it later. But anyway, we're here. Yeah, some of the phones are pretty good cameras. It's very true. And if you can get them set up with, like, I'm using Droid Cam Pro BS because I've been able to finally figure out how to make that work. I'm happy with the results so far. I need some different mounts, I think. I need one of those sky mounts that looks down at some point. That's kind of why I got the free cam back there. I can actually grab it at any point and point it anywhere. And I'm going to start featuring shelves. You know, I hope I'm going to do some name dropping here. And let me switch this camera and go to free cam. So yeah, there's my finger. That's not what I intended. Okay, but hope this doesn't weird people out, especially, you know. But I have this collection of stuff I've won from Voodoo, and of course, yeah, it starts there, and you know, kind of goes over here, and so yeah, there's that neat Irina Elf 20-sided die necklace, which I was able to pull away from Nonner Dragon long enough to because, well, basically because she's not here. So I was able to pull that off of her shelf and have that. So, you know, we're having some fun. I'm thinking, you know, eventually I will, yeah, lots of voodoo. So I have in my quest to help myself, I've elected to not enter any more mug raffles because, you know, I got my 3. So, but if there's a poster available, I'm there. If there's um, you know, another D20 necklace, I'm there. If there's a royal mail or royal stamp or yeah, royal whatever, yeah, royal mail stamps, I'm in. So, you know, and so I actually want to, you know, I really should give out some shout outs here because we've got some wonderful people in here. Let's start with Tavern Tale, since Troy was the first one in. We'll see if this is working. I hope it is. I don't know. I don't see it working. Yeah, I have a visual shout out that's supposed to be coming up on screen and I don't see it, so maybe not. We'll just do the regular shout out. Follow Troy at Tavern Tales, and then next in was Nimvin. Evidently, I have some work to do. I thought I had it fixed. I've got 2 things of chat showing up as well too. That's not cool. Let's see here. Let's make sure a chat cave is what it is, and it is. I was working on the stream together thing that Twitch has just made possible, and so I may have screwed up some of my scenes. And hopefully I will get it. Well, not hopefully. I will get it fixed by the next stream, which will be Saturday. I am here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central U.S. time till 11:30. I'm only doing a couple hours at a time because I'm a wimp. I'm a streamer wimp. I'm a jackwagon when it comes to streaming. I'm a jackwagon when it comes to DDO. So, you know, I'm just trying to live up to that. Okay. So we had raid from Nimbin. We had Tavern Tales. You know what? We had Neutral Agent who was in chat just a moment ago, and so we're gonna give him a shout because, good grief, you talk about a marathon streamer some days. I'm envious of the ability of folks like Neutral Agent to just keep going at it day after day. And so if you're not already following Neutral Agent and Tavern Tales and Nimvin, you dang well should be, because they're great ambassadors for DDO, and that's really what I want to kind of bring out to the world. And that's why those 3 nights, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I am on Twitch, Trovo, Kick, YouTube, and Rumble. And actually, I've been surprised at some of the, you know, Kick and Trovo, I haven't been getting as many views as I have on Rumble. And like, wow, why would you think that there would be even an audience there? And there is, you know. And Remkey, let's see if I can remember how that one goes. Shout out to, I think it's REM_QI. I think that's right. Maybe not. It's going to kick it back. Maybe. I don't know. I don't see it. No, there it goes. Last played Dungeons and Dragons Online. So, you know, they're streaming over there on Rumble as well as Twitch, and you know, I just want this game to get bigger. I want there to be so many 64-bit servers that it makes RuneScape, if you remember RuneScape, makes RuneScape look like, you know, small potatoes. Um, and then hopefully they'll figure out a way to bridge all of the different servers. It's 64 bits. I think it's possible. And, you know, mega server this thing, baby. What a world that would be, huh? That'd be cool. I think it'd be cool. So anyway, as I said, we're on Thelanis. Let's look at some gaming. Oh my gosh, what a day. I thought I was going to be really, really hot about now. In case you didn't know, the JackDrag0n Cave is in southeast Texas. And from a database point of view, a mega server. Yeah, you're right. I mean, oh my gosh. I love my nerd people. I love my nerd people. But yeah, you're right. Database require a lot of brain power, and you know, I'm kind of hoping my my hope is as the game grows, as the game population grows, they'll be able to get better and better minds involved in managing those servers, as well as producing content, because you need both. You need the infrastructure, you need engaging content as well. And for the love of God, SSG, we need a little bit of advertising. So we used to do a lot of database programming, including on mainframes. I used to mess with mainframes, but that was a while back. That was in the last millennia. Let's put it that way. So I did some VAX stuff, some Sun Spark, and I don't anymore, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, we could use, you know, we could just use some tools to help spread the word. It's like that scene from Jerry Maguire, you know, SSG, help me help you, because that's what I want to do. And that's why I'm on those 5 platforms. We're on this a couple nights. I try to make this as engaging as possible. Try to show people that you can do this. If I can do this, anybody can do this. Playing DDO, yeah, there's going to be times you fail. You just kind of stick with it. You find some people you want to run with, and the game can be a lot of fun. From somebody, seems like the Twitch streamers are kind of working for the marketing. Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, and can it be a little bit? I mean, is there some potential gain? Sure, but you know, it didn't have to be, or it doesn't necessarily have to be. If we were looking for, you know, personal enrichment, you know, there are other games out there that could potentially be more lucrative from a financial standpoint to be playing and streaming. Just honest, just being plain about it. Stream Elements here lately has been pushing their sponsorship stuff, and I'm not eligible. Okay, I'm not in that level of streaming notoriety, but you know, and I'm going back here for focus. But you know, there's lots of people out there that's what they're going for. They want to make a living out of streaming, and if that were to happen, okay, fine. I would roll with it, like I've rolled with so many different career changes in my life. But I don't think that's where I'm going. You know, I'm having fun. We're gonna play a game, and but I'm not looking to be Amaranth. I couldn't be Amaranth. I don't have a hot tub, and I'm not willing to do some of those things. So, retired. God bless you, Chief. I'm envious again. Yeah, even though I look kind of long in the tooth, I'm still quite a ways away from retirement. But Yeah, I would, and I don't know if I'm ever really gonna retire the way that some people do. I I feel like I got to keep doing something, and maybe this will be it. Maybe maybe this and a blue vest, a few hours a week, you know what I'm talking about. Um, will be my retirement. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Yeah, okay, Kermit. Yeah, there is somebody that knows, and it's not me. But hey, we're gonna have fun in the meantime. I'm a roll with the punches kind of guy, and I'm just gonna have fun. Gonna have lots of fun, I hope. Well, let's see. Let's look at the news then. Is there anything in here? Oh, wrong one. Is there anything in here we need to look at for? Let's see here. Let's go to news. Sales. I think we already covered this. No, I didn't. But yeah, in case you didn't know, final week for double bonus points. My store screen, I get a laugh sometimes. I get told I look like I'm in my 40s. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm really, really envious. Retired and you look younger than you are. All right. I love you, Chief, but shut up. Oh, good genes. All right. Well, uh, congratulations on being, being in the better percentage of the genetic pool. Great. Um, that is cool, though. I mean, um, if I didn't have the beard, I'd probably look, you know, younger than I look now, and I'm okay. But I've, another streamer who I mentioned already in this stream. Oh, and I didn't even shout him out. I need to do that too. Maybe this will start working. I don't know. I doubt it. But anyway, shout out to Voodoo Spice who said, he doesn't shave because of laziness. And yeah, that's kind of where I used to work in a plant job where I had to be clean shaven. I had to be ready to don a respirator and go into risky situations at a moment's notice. So turned gray when I was about 25. Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, you look at Steve Martin. He was kind of in that boat. He was white haired before I think before he was 30. So it might have been a little bit later. My dad was bald before he was 30. So yeah, um, you know, gray or bald, I don't know. I'd take. I'm happy. I'm okay with either. Doesn't really matter to me. Um, I'm not that vain. And it's not. Maybe it's not even about vain. I just I do what I do. If I can't control it, roll with it. So I forget where I was going, and that's okay. Uh, but yeah, and my dad was in the Navy too. And the AOE-1, USS Sacramento, right there in the midst of the Vietnam conflict, whatever you want to call it, war, this, yeah, controlled aggression, I don't know. But yeah, his he actually had a lot to do with handling concentrated Agent Orange as it was moved from um, supply ship to um, the carriers for the spray stuff. So anyway, send his family hit. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting this pop up here about ads coming up shortly. Met a guy in my freshman year in college that was almost bald. He said in his family he went bald. His dad, brothers. Oh yeah, I knew a guy in high school like that. Kenneth, I can't remember last name, but yeah, Kenneth played baritone in the band, and yeah, by the time he was a junior, he was so thin that he might as well have shaved his head. Yep, Agent Orange was really bad stuff and messed a lot of people. Yeah, my dad suffered with Now he's suffering with Hodgkin's lymphoma because of it. This is his third round. He had 2 rounds of non-Hodgkin's, and now they're saying that it's because of that, it's now Hodgkin's. But he's getting treatment and responding well to treatment. So prayers, good thoughts. I pray for everybody who served. I'm very thankful for the people who served and put their lives at risk for the security of this nation, for the safety of our communities, and thank you. God bless you. God be with you. And well, I don't know which camera I'm supposed to be talking to. Anyway, that's why I consider myself the jackwagon of streaming. So anyway, SSG. I was talking about SSG. They've got all these neat things, and we could use just a hair more advertising. We could use, one of the things now with streamers is the Twitch drops. I know we brought it up on Fridays at 4 with Korthos, and so they were talking about how they would have to allow tie-ins to the game, and they weren't really ready for that. It might come some point, but that would be, and it doesn't have to. It could be cosmetics. It could be, that's I think what a lot of the other games are giving out as cosmetics, and it doesn't have to be anything major. It just has to be something. Okay. Let's see. Again, we have ads starting in about 30 seconds. I will, I have the same commitment to ads not being something for subscribers. So if you like what you're seeing, please click follow, subscribe on YouTube, hit like. Appreciate that. Keep the bell icon lit if you want to know when we're going. But it's really easy. They're telling me for over a year they're going to get us the bottle of mist. Yeah, I know. That's, we saw from Voodoo's front page day that, everybody's clamoring for that one. So, and, what do we have? So we're starting an ad run now. Thank you for hanging in there. Let's see. I'm going to switch a couple of these screens that I have over here to somebody other than me, for the love of Pete. Because we have other streamers that deserve to have their streams watched. Patriotic Dragon is one. And see who else is out there. I've got Clairlise up there. We had DDO stream up on. Well, why won't you go to? There we go. That one's loading. Who else we got here? Is that Jasmine? It is. Okay, so we will. Now we've got to get somebody up on this screen so we can. So we'll wait until the ad break is over, and we'll just jump into Thalanis. And I don't know if you heard about my little gag guild that I started over there, Morissette, and I thought it was funny. So doesn't necessarily mean it was funny, but I thought it was funny. Here's a VTuber streamer. You know what? We're gonna swap them with Jasmine, and I'll put Jasmine on the other monitor, or this one on the other monitor. I understand VTubers. I'm just not. It's not my thing. I will always have my goofy face up there for you to see, and you can deal with it. No. Ad break will be stopping in 7 seconds. Thanks for hanging in there. All right, let's go to gaming. All right, thanks everybody. If you had ads, appreciate you hanging in through the ads. I hope I have some sound here for my DDO. Let's jump into the game on Thalanis. Tuesday, We ran through Giant Hold, got the Slayers and Explorers. And now we're ready to actually do some questing. I say we are. We'll soon see whether this is ready. I'm running a Falconer build. I've been a range player for pretty much all of my DDO life because I started with Rogue. Just got, I don't know, love the knockdowns of the great crossbows. I know I compiled the numbers. Okay. Well, if you did database stuff, Chief, I could understand you being a statistics person. I kind of think they go hand in hand. I know some people will quibble about that. Play a lot of range, increase my damage. Yeah. So I've been doing this, and I'm sure you're welcome to chime in, but I went ahead with the tier 5 on falconry because that's what this Strim Tom build does. And I know this will get me through heroics. If I were to keep this tune and go on to be like doing legendary raids or whatever, I would definitely want the DPS from this rather than the insta kills of this. So I'm just going to run it through. It's, you know, what was I going to say? I'm just going to run it through this life, keeping stats for basketball. See, I was a sabermetric person. I did baseball. So as soon as my kids learned to write and we go to the games or we would watch games and we would be doing all the scoring with baseball. Okay, Panda, you know what? If you're going to sleep, I'm going to take you off the screen. You know what? I don't need that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're going to Giant Hold. I kind of forgot where I was headed, but Giant Hold is this way. Get them on Thalanis and Shifta. I would like to go to Giant Hold. Statistics keep his head back. Stop doing that. Oh, okay. Now, well, I know you had opportunities to keep doing that in the Navy. Did you get burned out on it, or just didn't have the right engagement to apply your statistics bent, as it were? Enthusiasm for statistics. We're gonna run around here. We're gonna get this chest because it's always there. As a trapper, this was always one of my first, I guess, waypoints for making sure I was doing well as a trapper, doing decent as a trapper.
When I first saw this
being able to open this chest.
landscape,
I do have a key lock ring if I can't open it that way.
It came to be. Only later would I see the truth.
Okay, I gotta turn that off because
This
I get a lot of
land was crushed by me and mine.
Oh, QM, okay. Yep. Ah, so, okay, so you're tall, you look younger than you are, and you're retired. Chief, man, you got it all. That's so cool. Other than the scores, nobody cared. How is that possible? How is that possible that nobody cares about statistics in basketball? Assists, rebounds. I mean, that's all people talk about. Not all. Foot. Okay, there's a number missing there. I'm betting it's a 5. Yeah, yeah. I think there's a 5 missing from. Okay, see, that's easy with my key lock ring that I got last week. All right, put that back on. We'll loot that chest. Get my map down. That's cool. Systems analysis, yep. I'm one of those weird IT people that's been in for 30-something years without a degree. But I didn't start out in IT. I started out... Navy ship teams were like, oh, okay, pickup games. Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, you know, yeah, and my focus has always been, well, I say always, it's mostly been project management. So, I'm a gearhead when it comes to computers. I started as a, when I was working at the chemical plants, I was putting computers together, coaching people on computers because they had just come into the operating areas. PCs did. I mean, they had a optimization computer running on VAX, and we had some back office stuff for optimization, plant optimization. And this was before TDC, before DCS. So I was back there messing with that stuff, as well as trying to help people get acclimated and comfortable with computers, PCs. So, you know, I made a business out of building PCs for people, focusing primarily on gaming stuff, but, you know, if they wanted something more business, family PCs were a big part of it. Did that for several years, and then when Wi-Fi came along, oh my goodness, how do I do this, JackDrag0n? So, you know, I would help people if they, for wireless, I would help them wire their homes. After wireless, I would help them set up wireless securely. Mechanical engineering, oh yeah. Log, okay. Ow. Engineering product, okay. Chemistry and bio, oh. Calculus, you didn't like calculus? Oh. Yeah, I'm utter nerd that way. I love both of those. I love all of Science's stuff. I was not enough to go. Did not like you. Well, with more the integral or the differential that you had issues. Was it Leibniz or oh gosh. Can't predict. I'm dropping a name here, but Newton. Yeah. No, it's. I get it. My daughter, who is right now traveling overseas. God keep them safe. Phobic. I mean, when she was a child, she would regularly be going to the nurse's office at school prior to her math class. This is like 2nd grade. And when we withdrew her and her brother for a different reason, and they mentioned this to us, said this had been going on somewhat regularly for weeks, and I'd never heard about it. I was so upset. What kind of I just, oh, steamed. Because if you can't identify a math phobia, maybe teaching's not your profession. So anyway, take both of those, of course. Yeah, if you're in any kind of engineering role, you have to take both of those. Quarters are basic math requires 4 quarters of calculus. Yep. Now
I once saw.
Here we go. We're gonna go into the Rakshasa lair.
A strange creature carries someone
Not to be
inside
confused with
here.
Rock Lobster.
It had a tiger face.
Actually, you know what? We need to go to one of the other ones.
Of a hatred.
I think we can go to. Well, let's look at it from this perspective. I said let's look at it from this perspective. Oh yeah, you did pop up. Just taking your time about it. Okay, let's see. Are there? I don't remember. I thought there were, but there's not. Okay, so we are having to look at 13s. There we go. All right, so this will be one. Go away. Oh, okay. Joining the calculus finally made sense. You know, I get that. Oh, I didn't get a higher. You know what? I've got to go back this time. I'm not gonna try and do this without a healing higher. You know, I totally understand that, Chief. It's sometimes when you've been exposed to stuff for a while and then you see different problems and you realize, hey, I can apply this to that. And there's that click that happens. And yeah, me too. You know, it's not because I have some guildies that are usually on, but they're not, our guild isn't on this server. So in the same vein that, I'm trying to remember where the hirelings are. They're over here. Nonner, my lovely bride. How are the puppies treating you? Looking for a hired hand. Okay, let's see here. 13. We'll go with Durham, I think, because we got Durham and Duran. Duran, Giles, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, who's the better? Because you got Death Ward, but that can be dispelled. I don't think there's anything that dispels Death Ward out here, so who's got Divine? That would be, we got Heal. Cure, Serious, Heal, Mass. Okay. Yeah. We'll go with this one. Oh, and we don't have them anywhere close. Oh my gosh, do I have any space? Yeah, I got some space.
I got space.
To college. Math professors thought teaching was a waste of time. Oh yeah. There was a certain university that caters to cougars here, my area, that had similar experience with professors. I saw them for, especially the math ones, saw them briefly for lectures, and yeah, if the TA couldn't help you, then, you know, God have mercy on your soul. Because you weren't going to get anything from them. Fortunately, I'd already taken a year of calculus in high school, so. Yeah, the university system, I think, needs some overhauling. And I think I'm probably not the only one to say that, but yes, there should be, you know, our best and brightest minds should be working on things, but they should also be teaching our best and brightest minds. My 2 cents. Hey, we're gonna get our dog out. Why not? Not at level 4, the level 15 Reaper quest is gonna do a whole lot of good, but hey, shock troops, right? Hey, you know what? We can go and reset this and go back and loot that chest again. Yeah, Stormeye. Duh. Okay. And we're jumping back in. So yeah, I get that. You know, I've actually thought about going back and just getting a degree that would be fun. Maybe useful, but more for fun. I love learning. I love reading. I'm a voracious reader. It's weird how, you know, now with the internet, a lot of those reading skills, you know, the enjoyment of a good book has been replaced by inordinate screen time that, and people can't appreciate. I had a grad student teaching a calculus and was bad. Oh. After one of my buddies came and saw him at dinner, and he told me I should have stuck around for another 5 minutes. He told the class to just leave because it's too hard to teach. Great. Oh my gosh. I'd never had that, okay? Goodness, especially in a math
When I
class.
first saw this charred and barren landscape, I could not imagine how it came to be. Only later
I gotta say that
would I see
one
the
of the
truth.
courses, and I thought that's why I thought I'm thinking about
This
doing it, is
land was crushed
philosophy.
by me.
Not
and
philosophy,
mine.
psychology. Big difference. Mid 70s. Okay. Yeah, I was there in the mid 80s, so I can't imagine though. I'm too high to teach, man. Dave's not here. Okay. So yeah. Come on. Give me a roll above 10. There we go. That's all I need. Oh goodness. That, yeah. If it were me, I probably would have stood up and started, okay, yeah, you go sit down over there and, you know, sleep it off or whatever you're going to do. But I'll take over teaching the class because, good grief, you're no help, you know. Probably could have done a better job than. Oh, I already went this way. Already took care of those yahoos. All right, so we're going to go over here. Which way was I going? Yeah, I basically made the rounds that way. Let's go this way for a change of scenery. I was going to the Rakshasa there, that's right. You know what? We're gonna go this way. Just for a little bit. Appreciate everybody hanging around from the raids, from Nimbin and from Tavern Tales. Love seeing those guys. I feel very honored to be rated by them. There's a level of trust to their reputation. Sending them over here. I don't know if I want to send him that guy. He could barely stay online, much less, you know. Yeah, there have been some days that if I went more than, well, if I made it this long streaming, it was, and without a crash, it was something. Thought I had it ID'd, had issues ID'd, you know, because of browser conflicts or whatever. That may have been part of it, but it wasn't all of it. So, okay. Now we could do pop. But I want to get this 5 before I get into pop. I don't know why. It's going to bug me if I don't get those last 5 kills. How many monitors you? Right now, this rig, there's 5. I have 2 NVIDIA graphics cards. One is an 8 gig. Neither one of them has ray tracing, so it's not like they're cutting edge by any means. They're not RTX cards. They are Quadro cards. And one is 8 gig, one is 4 gig. And So the 4 gig powers my gaming monitor and basically what I normally use as a preview monitor. And right now it's showing about 87% utilization. The other 3 monitors, which handle the streaming aspect, are run on the 8 gig.
Ancient observatory from the giants of old.
It's a P4000.
What
Yeah, P4000
secrets
Quadro.
does it keep? What lies?
So they're kind of dated.
Depths.
Okay, ooh, maybe I should go the other. That's a 16 if I go that route. Yeah. Is Aurum a 13 or a 14? I don't want to be stupid about this. Yeah. Well, foundation of Discord. That's a 13. All right. Let's go do that. Using 3 upgrade RTX 60. Oh, really? The 3050 will not work in it. Okay. What? I don't understand why. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to shoot. Yeah, I don't. Why wouldn't that? I know. Okay, so you tried too. Has anybody been able to give you any insight into why you can't get that? That's. I thought a 3050 would be a very compatible card. All right, having some some internet tax going on here. Okay, I've got this person on 2 monitors, so we're going to pull that one off of there real quick. That one's even talking about buffering and... Okay, we got Clearlease and Jasmine. We've got Patriot Dragon. I'm surprised we're not seeing Luna Rose on. But I don't. And, okay, so we'll just leave that one there. Okay. Using an Inspiron. Oh, okay. Inspiron. Sorry. That's my big red flag. Yeah. I've Inspiron and Pavilions from HP. I avoid them. Codeine! Hey! How are you? I was actually looking for you this morning as I was setting up some streams to watch. Yeah. Especially when it comes to the Inspirons. Inspiron, what are you going to call it? Inspiron. And the Pavilions from HP are a similar boat. I don't know who they're outsourcing their BIOS work to, but I think the Shakespeare's
I do not like
10,000
this
monkeys.
place.
You know, the typewriters could probably do a better job writing a cohesive BIOS for those
my
machines.
dreams since.
Well, oh, okay. So you had duties. I get you. Yeah, I mean, I saw Guppy and like, okay, usually I'll put this other account I control on watching you and Guppy and no coding. Oh my gosh, it was so yeah, just know that you were missed, my friend. I'm sure your wife appreciated the help though. Okay, so we're going to go in here to the Aurum then. I think this is a level 13. At two levels will get us pushing 15 at an R1. Should be doable. Of course, I only wanted to get those. Yeah, I think it's important to know that people are watching, you know. there are certain staples. Figure out if you get a rig, someone will tell me what to buy and have them put it together.
The long history of mankind is told in these statues. They are corroded, as are we.
That's cool.
We have become
I mean, that's
wicked
like I
and
said.
worthless. This
I got interested in
world
computers. I was at a
would
plant.
be better off
Had
without us.
PCs out there, and of course I'd grown up with them. High school, we published our newspaper on them. Physics classes, we were making screensavers in physics class. Not so much to do with physics, but man, we can make those lines bounce around the screen really, really beautifully. So, oh, but yeah, desktop publishing with the Mac in the 80s was, if I'd stuck with that, I probably would have been able to retire from some kind of newspaper job by now. Oh, but ooh, right off the bat, we've got a Carnage Reaper waiting around the corner. How about that? We'll have ads starting in less than a minute, so if you feel like hanging around, I'd appreciate it. Let's see, there's gonna get this guy to sit in with the rest of them. You come over there. Get in line. Yeah, highlight the Carnage Reaper around the corner. So we're going to probably need some buffs. So folks, if you're not immune to ads. Oh, and I didn't get, spell components. I could have a boost in my skills if I had spell components. I'll tell the bar to give me a boost. But we'll see you in about a minute and a half, ads. Graduated 75, no PCs yet. Remember the local community college? Yep. Cardboard mock-up. Card readers. Talking to study how to do key punch operators. Oh my goodness, yeah. Hey, let's see here. Let's do some buffs here. And so yeah, let's put some blur on the dog. He may not be worth much help, but who knows? Oh, he doesn't get that. I get that. General, yep, okay. Hide that. Let's do F2. Give you some resistance and blur. And I wish I could give you a cape of luck, but a lucky cape, but that's not going to happen. Let's see here. We gave him blur. We're going to give him resistance and that. And then our Shield Guardian can blur himself. That sounds bad. Hey, go blur yourself. It's not bad. It's actually a buff. It's meant to help. And then Darren Giles, Giles, a hard G or is it soft G? I don't know. I'd ask him, but he's an NPC and we don't really care that much to give them those kind of voices. All right, are we ready? Everybody up. We'll make you protect the dog. And we'll make you protect him. Oh, and here we go. Oh, we should get this going.
Cavernous tunnels converge with ancient ruins. Crystal off the walls.
It would help if I actually targeted the bad guys rather than my own folks, because that's how your weapon systems work, especially missile weapons. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of you guys, huh? I didn't realize. Well, I mean, I guess I did realize you hated intruders, but I didn't realize you would organize this kind of party, though. this kind of welcoming party. Okay, so now we got to finish off the Carnage Reaper. Kill my dog. You killed my dog and my muse. So we're gonna get the muse back. I reckon we can bring the dog up ourselves. Fortran. Oh my gosh. Yes. I took Fortran. I actually had a couple of job offers to work on systems that needed Fortran updates, and I said no. I've not done that. Legendary Inferno Sniper. I have not reached that level. I've got my main tune is on Kyber at the moment. We started on Cannith, my little guild, and but I have not done that. Oh well, yeah, sure. Now my reason I was in Fortran, of course, was I figured, hey, I already knew, you know, basic, and I already knew some assembly stuff. So Fortran, what a hoot! This would be a blow-off class, and it was. But I stopped going to blow-off classes and started to hustle pool, which is why most people go to college, right? I got really good at snooker, and well, if I'd gone to classes more, I probably would have learned stuff. Yeah, until you get in trouble for it. Yeah, sure, it's fun. Yeah. That Cougar place has a wonderful satellite lounge that had gorgeous snooker tables, and I thought I was good at pool. I was pretty good at pool, but then snooker was a whole nother level, and I had a lot of fun. And that's why I left that Cougar University after 1 year. Well, that, and I had money from another job, and I thought, I didn't need this. Fear Reaper. Ah, and another Carnage Reaper. Thanks. Game is beating me with both hands right now. All right, let's see what we can do. Gotta get either close to or far away from the Fear Reaper, and so we'll get in his face. See if we can beat him down. Is that two? No, it can't be two Fear Reapers. Okay, no. Nope, looks like we're gonna be, Since this tune definitely doesn't have a Gibbers as a first life tune, and my healer is dead. Oh my goodness. 2 Carnage Reapers and a Fear Reaper on an R1 at level. For a first lifer is pretty much, people got stationed on a ship in Seattle every other game. Would sink the 8-ball in the break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's certain tricks I learned from my grandfather, and he had a pool table, and I had a little bit of talent at it. So the thing I had more talent at was reading people. And when you learn to read people, you either get yourself in a lot of trouble, or yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you learn to read people and you decide you want to, prey on them, that's when, yeah, the trouble starts. If you want to learn, to read people and be a helper kind of person, that's something different. That's something different. I am now the kind of person that tries to help. And whether or not I do a good job of that or not, well, you have to ask other people. Dad was in the Air Force 20 years. England, okay. Oh. All right, is there a difference between the English dartboards and the American dartboards? I've played darts, but I'm not the guy that can throw into, blindfolded and tell you, I heard Mike Tyson was supposedly pretty good at darts. But yeah, I would like to know if there's just cork. Okay, corkboard. Okay. So yeah, I would. Let's see. We got to heal. Yeah, we're gonna heal ourselves up here. F1. Actually, what I like to do sometimes is just go get the distillate. And I don't care. Enchanted, yeah. I know that's way more spell points than I need. I got the plat. We'll buy it, we'll drink it, and I can just heal myself with my own spell points. Yeah, there's probably, oh, good grief. Got to get to where I can actually hit something. Bounce it off of there. Now, I played a little bit of darts, had my own set, not high end or anything, but yeah, I learned early on that was not my game. And I knew the people that were trying to hustle me at darts. Why? Because I learned to read people. And when I say that, I mean I need to be able to look into their eyes and oh gosh. Where is again? We're on Atlantis. Just I guess my station identification here. Played a lot of darts at a British pub in Hong Kong. That sounds amazing, because especially Hong Kong before China took it over. I would hope, yeah, I would think that's the case, but oh well. Looking at the DDO streamers. Who's up still? Claire-Lise is up really late. I don't know if anybody, if you're not following Claire-Lise, it's a hoot. She's got some really great screen stuff. But that'd be funny if this actually worked here. See, because in the top middle of the screen, there's supposed to be their highlight that pops up, and you hear their stuff. But for some reason, it's no worky. It's no worky. Let's see if I can. Is there something I can do that's a fast fix? I don't know. Refresh it. It was. Pub had 2 more in the front for good players and a room in the back for everyone else. There's a smart owner. There's a smart owner right there. Had he been some time in Scotland, and we played the front 2 boards. Oh my goodness, that good, huh? Was he a hustler? Was your buddy one of those guys that could just doop, doop, doop? Oh, did I hit 3 bullseyes? Ah, lucky me. You know, yeah. Or was he like the sheriff from Young Frankenstein? No, we're not hustlers. Nobody bet on game. Okay. But I can imagine Hong Kong being one of those kinds of places where everybody's betting on everything. There's even side bets on side bets, you know, and that I just knew people that had gone, and you know, it was an amazingly free kind of place until. But maybe one day it'll be free again. We can hope, right? All right, I gotta make some room now. I only have 11 slots. I know I could ditch some of that stuff. Is there stuff I could sell? Let's put this like this, and look at our crap. Oh yeah, I got crap I could sell. Wow. All right. A better streamer would know where you go into a quest. Check your inventory for crap to unload. Sell. Repair. Oh yeah, because we died, so we got to do a repair. What a dingo. What a dingo. I'm saving that Sventus gem so I can feed it to a sentient. Should I? I don't know. I probably should just ditch it. We'll love your tune. It's 15. I started this iconic tune. Yeah. So I should just sell this stuff. I've been hanging on to it way too long. I'm going to crunch the other stuff. I'm hang on that for all this level 1 stuff. Level 1 spells or scrolls. Yeah, I don't need to. Now, Circle of Death, I think that's a higher level, right? Yeah, it was 11, so that's a level 8 spell. Now 11 you get when you're. Ooh, I had 3 scrolls of Dimension Door. I did not realize that. So we'll sell that junk. Okay. Yeah, I wish. I don't know if you remember the Wayfinder outage that where you got the XP stones as a peace offering, and so because of the transfer issue that happened for, was it Orion and Sarlona? I don't want to go to Saltmarsh. I gotta go back to my guild ship. And solo R1 on my 4th line. I mean, yeah, I think, you know, if you do some smart gameplay, you can solo just about anything. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a drink here. I mean, there takes a level of preparedness. And sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm not. It's pretty evident sometimes. Okay, back to, this is one of those times, actually. So, float on by. How are you? Most of it is gear and practice. There you go. I go back to Giant Hold. The cap's nice to have. The hirelings from the... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's something almost magical about hitting level 30, and now you've got this cadre of hirelings for trapping, for DPS, for... I mean, even if you're... Especially if you're a construct. If you're a construct and you've got that Shield Guardian and the animated Scarecrow... Good grief, man. You could, you may not even need, oh, and the Feywild Muse can do raises, so you may not even need to go buy a hireling. But yeah, you could put together quite a crew just from the level 30 hirelings if you've got the expansions. Hate the trappers, okay. But yeah, you know, if you're a trapper, you can kind of be we get to be trapper snobs, you know. I'm like that, but yeah, 30th level Froggo, you know, I haven't had many problems with them. But a lot of times I'm already a trapper like you're talking about, and so I do it. Still buy a cleric, yeah, or favorite soul. Where are we going? Oh yeah. You ever get turned around? Happened to me. And let's see here. Happens to me all the time. We were in Storm Eye, right? We're gonna go to Storm Eye. Good grief. Where's the fastest one to get to? Now, if instead of Storm Eye, calling an audible here. See, cry for help. If we go to maze, trial by fire. Okay, now let's go back to. Wait a second. Yeah. It's Minotaur. Troll. Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Was Maze Trial by Fire. So that one's in Heart, right? Let's go to Heart. What difficulty you run hirelings becomes kind of useless outside of taking one hit. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, real people are always better than the hireling. Oh yeah, there's not a substitute, you know. Now, yeah, there's no equivocating that a regular player who gives a darn, okay, that's a different. Who gives a darn is going to be much better than any hireling. Oh, yeah. If they don't give a flip, though, I mean, yeah, they're not going to. A tendency to get themselves killed, yep. And a lot of times I will make sure that my hirings are not, or they're not on active mode, put it that way. Because, yeah, I see my dog even going up there. I miss dogs being breakers. I miss the constructs being breakers. That was 75% of my reason for having a dog. And then if I were a construct, you know, having them with that repair capability. Oh, yeah. It's a good point. I don't know if I can use res scrolls yet. Raise dead scrolls. I might be able to. I don't remember what my UMD is. One of those things you think, hey, you should know that. I can look it up. 7 the nerf. Yes. Absolutely. When they took away the arty dog capabilities, I was oh. I mean, I wasn't so mad that I was going to give up the game entirely. I was miffed though. I was sad that my dog could not do what I want him to do anymore. I almost made an angry forum post. Not the kind that threatens devs or anything, mind you, but we don't do that. Don't cotton to that around these parts. But yeah, I guess I've kind of got past it. Yeah, my dog needs some help. Said my dog needs some help. I guess I gave you some resistance, huh? In that bark skin. Give your dog bark skin. See, oh, okay. Sorry. Big on planning out too. I play other people's builds and then okay, so written on just for my dog. Oh, you got those posted anywhere, Chief? I'd love to look at that. But about half of my builds are other people's builds, and then the other half are me. Yeah. Thank you, Codeine. Appreciate you stopping by. You have a great night. Look forward to seeing you maybe in the morning, huh? We'll shout out Codeine because he deserves it. Codeine deserves it. It's still not working, but I remember the first time I tried to do a shout out for Codeine. I was leaving out the 42. And I wondered why I couldn't, yeah. And I was like, oh, there's a number. What's the number? Turns out there's a few other people with Codeine as part of their stream name. I found it eventually. Okay, look and see if I have the dock on Google. Oh, that'd be great. Because, yeah, I like having, I love my pets. If I didn't have this one, I would probably, since I took the ASMR Scourge and took the Ranger levels and made them Dark Hunter levels, once I get some racial points, I will probably steer, I would probably get out of falconry and try and use some of the Dark Hunter abilities with the wolf. I like the wolf. I'm curious about the Dampiers. I haven't done any little mania on it. I didn't commit to memory the write-up about it. But I almost think that they should have some pet. I know they'll have the dominate animal stuff, dominate person stuff, SLAs. But I almost think there should be some kind of animal pet for a Dampier. I don't think it'll happen, but my 2 cents. Can't wait to see. I want to try. I want to see what the Iconic comes out with, or how that build looks. When they do that one, I will probably get on Lamania and look at it.
Gone, but my path ahead is clear.
I had been talking about
destroy this wretched world, and with it,
what?
all who bring about suffering.
Okay, that's not right. Chief should not be timed out. We're not that. That's not cool. Is that stream elements? No, we don't have that block. All right, I'm sorry for the timeout there, Chief. Let me fix that. Figure out how to fix that, because that's not cool. Of course, I'm not even seeing. Good grief. Did it hide you from the chat? It did. Oh my gosh. You know what? We're going to fix that. That's not cool. Let's find Chief. Chief is going to be, let's see if we can make Chief. Huh. Where is that? Okay, you go back to their stream manager. I want to find my community followers list. Where's Chief? So we're going to find Chief and we're going to try and elevate him so that does not happen again. Voodoo. Oh yeah, thanks for the cheer. You bet, buddy. Chief. There we go. And yeah, I apologize for that. I don't know why it decided to do that, but stream elements, and this is when I want to get rid of some of my bots that are doing this, because this is, I don't like that. I don't like that. No links allowed. I do allow links. I don't know why that came up. Something changed, and I'm gonna fix that because we do allow links. I'm gonna have to go to stream elements and fix that, right? So let's go here, OBS, stream elements, stream setup. Where is it? Setup bot and tip me. That's probably what. Now, I really don't want to do this in OBS. Continue, yeah. Why are you doing this, trying to do this in OBS? This is not, I'm hoping this doesn't crash things, because that would be bad. That would be really bad. Where are you? Go back. What are you doing? Leave. You better not mess up my stream. Oh no! Okay, it's up there. Unsupported OBS plugins detected. Well, I don't... Okay, good. I thought it was going to crash the stream. Stream elements! Vex me. We'll have none of that. Let's see here. Stream elements. Sorry, folks, but we've got a right or wrong here. Log in. Yeah, there we go. Dashboard. Remind me later. I don't. Okay, activity feed. Where are you? Okay, again, thank you to the Raiders, Tavern Tales, and Nimvind. Thank you for everybody that stopped in and talked in chat, contributed to the show, lurkers. Everybody's welcome here. Let's see, we're trying to fix this this heinous treatment of Chief for posting a link. I don't like that. I have not made it so that we can't post links. And yet I cannot figure out where this thing is telling me that we can't post links. Okay, is this a ground control issue? I don't need to download ground control. I've got ground control. Oh my goodness. No. It's the same thing as the online, isn't it? Holy Nikes. Filter. I don't want to filter. I am so sorry. This is not cool. Where's the mod actions? They're supposed to have a mod actions chatbot. Okay, bot modulars. No, 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 no. No counters found. Great. You are not very helpful, stream elements. Oh man. Having a great conversation and you decide is it this one? No. Please tell me you did not nix my streams. Oh, can't get this thing to Chief. Okay. Okay, thank you, Chief. I'm so sorry that it modded you, because that's not what I wanted at all. I can't even get to... Okay, you are supposed to be in that window. Okay, good. My streams are still up. Thank goodness. I don't want the stream elements multi-streaming. I'm using Atom. Far superior product in my estimation. Okay, so almost here, almost there. Getting back to... But yeah, okay, that was the first time. Yeah, that ticks me off, though. I'm in control of this thing. If anybody's going to run this boat aground, it's going to be me. Stream elements, yeah, you know. That just... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fix that, because that's no bueno. Alright. I've got a note made. I will fix that. I mean, hell, if nothing else, I'll make you a VIP and you'll be exempt from everything. I think you did a fine job, Chief. I know, you know, I see you around in chats, and you know, I love the way you contribute, man. I really do. There's so many people in this community that have wonderful things to impart, and you're one of them. Appreciate you. So I love hearing about people's experiences, and I guess I am kind of a chatty person, but not all, you know. It's one of those things that, yeah, you do great. You do great. But okay, let's go back to this. Thanks for your understanding. It depends. Okay, that's what you're going to chime in on? That's what you're going to chime in. Yeah. I think somebody's upset that, yeah. Yes, it's funny that you, with your what? Oh, you've been on the phone with your mother-in-law? Or with my mother-in-law? Well, God help you. I love my mother-in-law. I've got hour and 45-minute conversations on my phone that prove that. In case you don't know, JackDrag0n is my better half. So, and JackDrag0n, who's mod, is one of my children, and I can't even remember what his handle is. Zaldin Intech is my other son, or my son by birth, and so mods. It's kind of, there's a little bit of family in here. I love when everybody's online, but that's not the case tonight. That's okay. It's okay. Zaldin Zentech, yeah. Don't ask. It's, you know, I made him a mod, and they're looking out for me as they can. JackDrag0n. I know. I just thought it's more exotic with the JackDrag0n. So anyway. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Chief. We would have phone conversation would last so long the battery go down. Well, that's a wonderful thing to have family that you can talk to like that. How much older was your brother than you? Five years. I am the oldest in mine. My younger brother is 8 years my junior, and then I have a sister that's 2 years younger than him. So 10 years my junior.
I see the terror
I talk with my
of our
sister
history
far more often than I
when
do
I
with my
look
brother.
upon this battlefield.
And go ahead and
Giants
delete. Why did I do
have
that?
done great evil. I feel it in my gut.
I want Reaper. I'm going for
I
Reaper.
fear we will do evil again if we are not stopped.
I would love to, and I know I need to be the person that initiates, and I'd love to talk to my brother more. Getting the Millwright Union, Chicago. Oh my gosh. That's the big voice is drowning out. Okay, I'm sorry. And it's supposed to like defer. So let me, okay. I'll mark that as another tech thing to work on because maybe I have that one. If I do this filter real quick. Yeah, it's got sidechain ducking to the spark, so it's supposed to do that. Okay. I'll look into that again. Wow. Unions in Chicago. There's going to be some interesting conversations, right? My two uncles left who are alive. One lives in Connecticut. Nobody has much contact with them the last 35 years. Wow, that's a long time. My other uncle lives in Texas someplace and is talking because of politics. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. My brother referred to them as a bunch of... And that's where I was going, Chief. Yeah. As a plant member, I wasn't required to be a part of a union, but I was part of a union for a while, and I got out for some very deep-held philosophy reasons, and then I got back in because of a friendship, and so basically all the locals were run like a mob operation, and that had a lot to do with the opinion I hold of certain unions. I agree that they had their place. There was a time that they were very important. I believe in the freedom to associate, the freedom to petition any superior or any leadership for grievances. But sometimes, and this was the case in this one, they're just another tier of management, and that's what they want to be. So, and management sadly was okay with that. That's what blew my mind. Worked as a supervisor at an engineering remanufacturing place after I retired. Had to deal with UAW there. Yeah. Like I said, if that's what a union wants to be, is another tier of management, something's wrong. So, and I will die on that hill. Let's see here. Light cat. Oh yeah, that's another streamer on that I can get on. Get them some viewer. I'm trying my best, as I said, to support all these streamers with at least the follow and the views, because I got all these screens. I got some bandwidth, and I appreciate all the support that I got. Not good at all, yeah. So But it's that hard thing that I don't want to trash
The troll gasps for his last breath.
the concept.
Something about protecting the leader.
They're good
and his
people in
generals.
unions. They're good people in unions, and they're So you can't throw the baby
Fresh
out. You don't want to just ditch
line the
people
floor of
because
this cave. There's
maybe some
clearly no
circumstance
way
makes
to enter
them
from
be
here.
part of a union. First shore tour I did was at a ship repair facility in Japan. Japanese guys were in some kind of union. We're on strict once over pay. They did not come in for an hour one morning. That was it. Oh. Okay. Oh, one strike. Oh, wait, once over. Okay. Did not come in for an hour. That was the strike, was 1 hour? One day? Is that, am I understanding that right, Chief? That was the extent of the strike? Was
This door has not been used in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Japan's a different, I mean, it's such a different culture. We'll come back for that lost soul. And that was over pay. I mean, that was over something that was going to be, you know, significant for them. Let me ask you, do you know if they got what they went on strike over? Did they get the increase in pay? I'm just kind of curious. Because I think on both sides in Japan at the time, the companies believed in lifetime employment. Yeah. I mean, that was, if it was significant enough for them to say, we're gonna be late, you know, we're not gonna come in for an hour. See, that's the whole thing. The management in that situation would probably go, okay, if you thought that was that important, then, you know, we'll come back to the table and we'll... If that happened here, people would laugh about it. They don't understand, you know, I think we don't understand the cultural difference that exists in Japan. We work there, we're basically like civil services here. Oh, okay. In a ship repair? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, that I figured. Okay. The skills that go into, you know, your welding crafts, your boiler makers, your, yeah, in the States, yeah. Yeah, it would, yeah, here I know. And that's what gets me is, you know, I'm a little younger, I understand that. I didn't go through all the, I wasn't working in the 70s and 60s. Post-World War America, 50s, very different from today. And people don't understand that, you know, I think current generation has no idea why unions exist. They haven't seen that. And of course, if they were to, and that's a broad generalization, I understand. But I really think that they would get unions wrong. They wouldn't stand up for the important stuff, and they would go to war over the piddling stuff. Diesel engine on my uniform. Oh. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, as a Navy, yeah. That means you did work. You weren't supposed to do work? Yeah.
Loud snores
Yeah.
echoed from the room ahead.
Oh yeah, no,
The door was dry as the lock rusted out.
we had issues like that. Shift foreman, you know, especially if it was a staff foreman, definitely not supposed to be doing the work of an operator, or definitely not a craftsman. Craftsman would, oh my gosh, yeah. But that was, you know, I believe in job protection, job security, but that some of the stuff that went on, especially even in emergency conditions, okay? Now you know, there's supposed to be exceptions, but then they would argue about what emergency was, you know, like, was this, well, okay. Anyway. I'm glad that's behind me. It's still upsetting to some degree. But I had an interesting situation in that plant because my dad had been there worked at a nuke plant, new to the union. Oh. Yeah. The thing, you know, there was a fine line with operations, and I was an operator in the chemical plant, between doing required operator type preventive maintenance and then actually stuff that maintenance guys should be doing, craft work, because operations for a long time was not considered a craft, it was considered labor, and unskilled labor at that. So if you lifted a wrench to change out a valve on a system, don't get caught. The philosophy. Like, no, this is my unit. You know, if I need to fix something minor like that, I got the tools, the time, and the skills. It's my unit. So I didn't need a pipe fitter to come change out, you know, a bleeder valve, you know, on a piece of equipment that was down for, you know, other maintenance or whatever. So anyway, I don't work in that plant anymore. Not because of anything like that, but steamship equipment, firefighting during general quarter. Oh yeah. 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 Immediately dangerous to life and health. There's, you know, and yes, equipment failure. Equipment failure can be IDLH, you know. Now, it doesn't take just a release of some kind of toxic. I guess I should put my key lock ring on. What do you think? Let's try this again. Or did I already unlock the door? No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. I knew there was a reason I went after that key lock ring. We'll get some extra XP down here. Go after the Arachnid Queen. Arachnid. She's an Arachnid. She's an ancient Arachnid. She's an ancient Arachnid. No.
The ancient Arachnid Queen lets out a blood.
Arachnid with it. Oh. You're saying it wrong. Yeah, I'm coming for you guys next. Ooh, we got a famine reaper. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Hit that guy. Alright, we gotta at least keep my healer alive. Alright, there we go. Yay, we all made it out alive. Yeah, especially if you're on a ship. I would think you know, keeping the ship afloat. Big priority. Lassie Tourist Chief was on the 7th Fleets. Don't tell the Admiral anything. Yeah. The process of the chain of command is set by the chain of command. If the skipper wants to talk to you, you go talk to the skipper. Dude, get these guys. Ooh, we got a red name. Yeah. Oh, that's one of the generals, right? What's the black heart generals? Hey, how's Joan? No, not kind of black heart.
Black Heart General.
No, we lost our muse.
The troll hurls a large, bulky object into the chasm, then turns knocks an arrow.
Was it like a female troll? A large, bulky object? It's not cool, man. He chewed me out one time. The sad thing was I agreed with him on almost everything, but my problem was the idiots I work for would not listen. Yeah. Sometimes we don't get to pick our team, right? And that's So did you do 20 and out, Chief, or were you did you go longer? Oh, I don't want to jump down. That was almost a mistake. Wouldn't have been my first mistake, but okay, don't forget, oh, something of spell focus. I go this way, I guess. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done this one. Trying to remember. Okay, I know that goes to 2 more generals, 1 more general. There's 1 on this side, 1 on the other side. And they have the other side. Just the other side. Chaos. Mark of Chaos. As opposed to Bob of Chaos. Jerry of Chaos. Chaos was run by Siegfried. Jaime the robot was once of Chaos. Took the retirement, okay, option they're giving us in the mid-90s. It's 17 and a half, okay. Oh. Wow. It's a lot of ships gone out. What do they do with all those ships? I mean, they can't just sit around yards just waiting to be, you know, they don't spend the time and money to tear them apart, right? It's a lot of money to disassemble a ship. Took his flag right there, showed him how to take the panel off to get the controls for changing the temperature. And the 8-screw panel was missing 4 screws in the corner. Oh. Yeah. Settlement country. Okay. Target practice. I knew about that. Sink them for reefs. That's the other. Okay, I forgot about that. Yeah. So, okay, on this AC thing, after unpackaged AC space, he took his right out to get the controls for changing the temperature. Okay. So is that an inspection thing that would go badly for you if somebody saw that in that condition? I'm guessing they don't have thermostats the same way. It's probably a set thermostat or something like that. Ads are going to start in about 20 seconds, folks. If you're here on the other side, I'd appreciate it. If not, I understand. Okay. Oh, I gotta pause that. That's not gonna... Alright, let's see if we can get this thing finished, JackDrag0n. You're taking so much time. But you know, that's okay. I'm a flower sniffer anyway. I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna try to get everything. I'm gonna go down and look for that thing that got thrown overboard. Or over the edge. Not overboard. We're not a sea. Okay, let's see here. Go to that. Basically, your window AC and the controls run to the panel. Okay. Probably find people on Sprint. Okay. Fire sniffer, cannot jump. Well, I got a couple of tunes on Sarlona, so you know. I got more than a couple. And I actually have 3 in epics now, so I think one of them is legendary. And all of my epics have blades of Jack Gibbers, thanks to Voodoo and daily Gibbers runs. I made that comment to him, I think earlier today. Oh, I know you do. I know you do. Yeah, my problem is there's some days I work from home, and there's a lot of days that I don't. So. And then some days when I work at home, I'm a little bit freer with my time, so, or I can be. Because as I'm project management, if I don't have a project task at hand, yeah, maybe so. One last week, it had been a week before last, I was traveling a lot last week. Maybe. I don't, you know, you might be right. I may be crazy. But it just may be a lunatic. No. Yeah, I think the last one I got, I mean, I actually took my JackDrag0n tune to 20 just so I could try very hard to get a Gibber's Blade on that one. So when I get to, we're going to do Sarlona next week. You please, you know, let me know if you feel like running. We could do that. I got to work on, for purposes of stream, making sure that when I have people use perk charts in the ship. Oh, yeah. You have to tell people what perk chart stands for, or perk stands for. Because yeah. Hando, you know what, Pet Dragon? You're getting kind of whiny, Pet Dragon. Okay, let's see. I gotta find my way back. Still be at Cap next week with Chief Tinker. Okay. Well, I might be able to help. I think I'm one of them. Either Evan. It might be Evan. Evan Farrow. You don't remember me? Okay. I'm that kind of nerd. Okay, thank you for feeding Pet Dragon. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Program evaluation review technique. Program evaluation review technique. Yeah. And don't ask me what Gantt is, because I couldn't remember Gantt. Saved my life. I used a lot of Gantt charts. Yeah. Program evaluation review technique. Okay. Now, everybody knows, you know, in case you were wondering. See, because that would bug me. That's the kind of thing, you know, my CDO, and if you wonder what CDO is, it's like OCD, but with the letters in the right order. So it's, you know, compulsively disordered obsessiveness. So yeah, that's how I refer to it. Okay, we're going up, so that was not the turn I was looking for. I think I've been this way before. I remember that tree. Oh, so we can get this guy. And he can't get us. Well, I thought he couldn't. He's actually doing a pretty dang job. Good job of hitting me, so okay. Alright, so everybody up here. They're both. Well, you know, yeah. I'm a nerd of so many different varieties that, yeah. I don't mind being called a nerd. I'm not a geek. Because geeks are those people in the circus that eat things they're not supposed to be eating. I'm not a dork, because a dork is a male appendage for a whale. But I am a nerd. And I'm proud of being a nerd. Did I go the right way? Yeah. That one guy was over here. Okay, we'll get that one. Hey, now it's doing the curve thing. It's a science nerd. Yep. I have lots of nerd creds, so they started in elementary school.
I actually found found some of my old awards. It was funny. Like, good grief. Found my band medals. You know, solo ensemble contest. I can't believe I had so many of these. I was that big a nerd. We were such nerds that in high school we started a physics club. We petitioned for a Latin class. Because we had people. Our justification was we have so many people that want to do pre-med and pre-law, and they're going to need to know these Latin phrases and be conversant with them, that they actually started a Latin class in high school for us. And I was one of the chief instigators for that, and I did not take the class. Yeah. We started a physics club called it's called SAPS. Because, you know, the chemistry guys had JETS, Junior Engineering Technical Society, and there was another one for chemistry students. But we didn't have one for physics, so we started SAPS, the Society for the Advancement of Physics Students. No lie. No, I mean, it wasn't like a nationwide club or anything. But we made our own certificates. We gave ourselves awards, you know. Taught Latin music theory, yeah. Okay, you say music theory.
This watch post
I was in band.
Clear view of the lair.
By the time I got out, I learned to play every valved brass instrument. Started on trumpet. Was asked to play French horn and then, anyway, by the time I was done, like I said, every valved instrument, baritone, tuba, French horn. We didn't have bass trombone, so I didn't get that. That is a valved brass instrument, but that's not one I learned. But trumpet, French horn, baritone, sousaphone, tuba, 3-valve and 4-valve. But I wanted to learn music theory. So my junior year, I asked, you know, hey, I don't have time for the music theory class. Can I have one of the books so I can do self-study? And the band director goes, yeah, here. Handed me one. I still have that music theory book. And I credit it for, now I play many more instruments than just those brass instruments. It helped me to learn piano and guitar and see what else do I play. Oh yeah, mandolin and banjo. It didn't really help me. Music theory didn't help me with banjo. I'll be quite honest with that. The only instrument I could not play was a flute in the graduate. That's awesome. Play piano, drums. I can't do drums. I can't do a trap set for drums because I will end up slinging a stick and injuring somebody besides myself. But yeah. But yeah, I do bass, guitar, mandolin, banjo, harmonica, piano, dobro. I have a chanter, so I have the basis for bagpipes, but I really would love to get a set of bagpipes before. That's my bucket list item is bagpipes, so I can really torture Nonner Dragon with screaming bagpipes. Yeah. 2 years of music theory when he was in college. He told me about getting into an argument the second year with the professor about something, and he won. Yeah. That's how, I mean, learning should be that way. I mean, you should be able to challenge authority when you know something. Love bagpipes. Yeah, there's a soft spot in my heart for bagpipes. And, the chanter, I mentioned it to, and my mother-in-law, of all people, is the person who got me this chanter. And, emotional. I hope it plays. Is it going to play? I don't know if it's play. Blurp's not working either. It's still not working. Okay, I'm sorry, dear. I will work on Blurp so we can have the sound effects of emotional damage. Where is that? Let's see. That one's this one, right? I don't understand why it's not playing. Bah, humbug. Yeah, I know. You're right. I'm wrong. You're beautiful. I'm ugly. Stupid. Alright. I'll get it fixed. Wow. Okay, let's finish this. Okay, slay the Blackheart leader. Joan Jett? No, I don't think so. I love rock and roll. Not so much guacamole. Or whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole's fun. Blah, not blah. Stop. What do you mean stop that nonsense? That's all I am about nonsense. Yeah. That's the whole basis of this stream. Not the whole basis, but it's foundational. Okay, where is... Oh, my exit. Where's my exit? I think it's down here, right? Go down here. I've not played this. Whatever. I know what that W is for. Yes, in my mind, I see you waving those 3 fingers at me. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm right back to where my tunes are. Okay, let's see here. I thought it was back through... No. It's over there somewhere. Because I can read a map. I'm glad you're laughing it up. Oh, yeah. Are you not entertained? Well, that's kind of the point. Yeah, you... See a barrel over there. I gotta get this one barrel. It's important that that barrel be smashed. Okay, so where is... It's not any farther down. I know that. Okay, so if we go back that way, maybe. Went to Busan and 4 of us were out in the street in the bar district playing whack-a-mole. First classes. Yep, exactly right. We got ransack. We got conquest. But there's no secret doors. There's no traps. I mean, you know. But yeah. Dadgummit. I'm getting that conquest. I'm getting that. Okay, here we go. Nope, this is the entrance area, isn't it? A little drunk. No, I can't imagine. What was it? Ron White says, drunk in public? Yeah. I was drunk in a bar. They threw me in public. Yeah. Something about getting thrown through a plate glass window, yeah, in New York City. Okay, see, that's where I need to go. I see it. I can visualize it. And I don't have the jump I need to get, yeah. All right. Oi to the vey. Hey, El. I'm still at it. Yeah, I'm running a little late. I was supposed to be done about 15 minutes ago, but I'm going to finish this quest. Yeah. And I've done everything but make my exit, as it were. And as usual, I'm turned around inside the dungeon. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought I would ever get turned around inside of a dungeon? Probably anybody that's run with me? Yeah. 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 I need one of those cheer alerts. Well, I need cheer alerts at work is what I need. The ones that, you know, the hours later. Or meanwhile, back at the ranch. "346 minutes later." And a couple of times I got on Discord and had conversations with people, even though I'm not running with them. Oh, yeah. I know this one in my sleep. Well, it's one of those, this is one that, okay, yeah, it's like 3D chess, right? You know, you've got to remember which passageway will get you which direction. See, and I'm right back here with my... See, there's all my hires right there. I've been here before. I've seen that tree. And it's like, okay. If I go up, that's not going to help. Oh, here we go. There's a passageway I haven't been down before. And it was right there the whole stinking time. Okay. What a jackwagon. JackDrag0n, yeah. Okay. Now we'll buff up again. Just keep, yeah, yeah. I think I got it now. Oh my. Let's get everybody just bumped up here. Yep. I don't even, that's crazy. I don't even need the shrine. Usually at this point, I kind of need the shrine, but not today. Get you there and resist. And that. That was 2. F3. We're going to get you blur and resist and skinned. And you get blur and resist and bark skin. And you get shield. 5. And you get blur and resist. Skin. Okay. Now that we look like a matching boy band, some kind of funky wood-skinned boy band, or I'm on Thelanis. Yeah. So I've been working my way backwards through the. We were on Wayfinder before I went on vacation, and now I got, this is my highest tune on, well, it's one of my level 15s. I'm banking 16 at the moment. Why? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, this is another one of those falconry inquisitives based on that Strimtom build, which I modded by taking a lesser heart and converting all the ranger lives. Ooh, we got a Carney Reaper. That don't mean he's gonna bring the kids popcorn. Hey, we made him blind though. Not that that really helps. Alright, let's see if we can get him. Yep. It wouldn't nerf him, it nerfed the spider or something, I bet. Yeah. Shield Guardian to quit standing on top. Oh gosh, yeah. I was running the Dinosaur Crisis the other day, and I'm trying to kite something, and the dadgum thing kept stepping in front of me. I was like, you know, you are not that much help when you do that. Hey, Macho Man, AC Macho Man. Thank you so much. That helped me reach my follower goal of 60. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. We, you know, the long game, I guess if you're going to be a streamer, you might as well, you know, get to the point where at least it pays for itself, right? So being affiliate, you know, hey, that's great. You know, you can use a lesser heart to get to the archetype with an archetype. Yeah. Absolutely. That's exactly what I did with this one because the Strimtom build just kept it as Ranger. It's like, you know what? I'm going to run through all his stuff, the 4 levels of Artie, as well as Ranger, and then take that lesser heart and convert all those Rangers to Dark Hunter. Oh, no, don't fall. And that's why I'm curious about the upcoming Dhampir Warlock iconic, because I'm wondering if that's going to be a good use of converting that one to Acolyte of the Skin.
As you drop down,
or
you hear a troll.
Will they make it? Yeah. That should be my nickname, Wrong Way. Wrong Way JackDrag0n. JackDrag0n, yeah. But we're almost out of here. Hey, you guys can go fight. How about that? Why don't you feel free to step in between and any moment now. Come on, come on. I mean, you don't have to lead the charge or anything, but at least do something other than stand there and watch me get beat down. Yeah, it's, you know, this is, even though it's R1, this should be a fairly easy. Well, I shouldn't die, I'll put it that way. Unless it dumped a bunch of Reapers in here, then this should be easy enough to accomplish. Alright, so, okay, we're going to tell you guys, I got to tell you guys who to actually do, or actually go after. There you go. I'll take care of this one, y'all. Keep him occupied. Okay, now we'll all gang up on this one. Kill the general, kill the general, kill the general, One of the, I was volunteering at a
slain Rort Rotseer, leader of the Blackheart Trolls.
Youth thing tonight, and one of the youth had a Bugs Bunny. That's so whenever I think of Bugs Bunny, I think of kill the wabbit, and then of course Figaro, Leopold. All right, so we're finished. Yay! Not much XP, but so what do we get? Advancement, so yeah, 19. Yeah, so just a little over 20 something for that. But I got some Reaper XP. Did I get any? Do I have any Reaper points yet? Not yet. We're close. All right, so let's get out of here. And that's going to do it for this stream, actually. So, because we're running like, 30 minutes over, and I'm okay with that. It's fun. I appreciate the chatter. Oh my gosh. Been such a good time talking with Chief, and Codeine was here briefly, and my lovely bride who, gave me the whatever, So a couple of us would watch Sesame Street. Hebert. Yeah. My Nonner Dragon is across the state, minding our grand dogs, and so I'm in, bachelor mode, take care of yourself mode, and so I was looking for something to watch, and I didn't want to put on one of the streaming services or whatever, so I dug out my Rocky and Bullwinkle DVDs, going through season 4 of Rocky and Bullwinkle. So, hey Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Nothing up my sleeve. Yeah. Did you eat? That's kind of a personal question. I don't know that I want to discuss it here in front of everybody. Kinda. I'll call you after this. We'll talk. You're not calling me out here in front of everybody. Anyway, all right, that's going to do it for the Dark Shadows. Oh, yeah. The original. That's, yeah, I used to watch that. We've got ad break starting here in about 20 seconds, folks, so I'm good. I'm going to let the ad break play before I try and run the credits. We'll see if the credits even run. But then I'm going to try and figure out if there's anybody we can raid. Thanks so much for being here. I'll keep talking through you after the ad break. So we'll see you about an hour, or in about a minute and a half. Thanks everybody for hanging in there. Let's see. Nothing like a good old half-hour horror show, yeah? Oh my. Talking to nobody. I watched I love Dark Shadows, all those kinds of shows. Of course, British humor was, if I could find Benny Hill back when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. And not because of some of the other stuff. I generally thought Benny was a funny comedian. So, some of the other bits. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, Wartusk, but this is not DDO, and I try and keep DDO. And I like Wartusk, too. You're a good guy. I don't know about that one. I've got that one on there. All right, well, we'll just... 1, 2, got the 3 of them up. So we'll leave Vortex up there, but we're not going to show them full screen. Oh, goodness. What else we got going on here? I got to learn how to... So supposedly you can raid from... I don't have anybody to raid with from Trovo or Kick, but I'm going to start working on making those streams as engaging, or hopefully, yeah, at least as engaging as the Twitch stream. The YouTube is there for basically for videos. There are actually a couple subscribers on YouTube, and I'm thankful for them. Got a little bit left on the ad break, and then we're going to go into the ending. But I might as well go in here and sell while I'm here. We're going to trade and repair. Got some stuff to repair. Repair, sell. We're going to sell our gems. And we're back from the ads. Thank you very much for hanging through the ads. We're going to refresh our raid potentials here. And see, I know there's at least 3 people playing or streaming DDO. And I think. Oh. Am I even following? Yeah, I am following. Okay, Jasmine. So we're going to look at rating Jasmine 1039669. That's a username that needs user ID that needs to be changed. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but you know, Jasmine, strong name, memorable, or yeah, same category here. So we're going to go to our ending screen. Thank you again so much, everybody, for hanging out. Chief, love talking to you, brother. Appreciate you so much. And Elle, thanks for stopping by. Everybody who's been lurking. And I got to go, I have to go talk to my wife. Because, you know. Yeah, if you saw a chat, you know what's going on. So we're going to start the raid process for Jasmine. And hang around and check out Jasmine 1039669. Streaming DDO. That's kind of what I want, you know, I'm looking for. Thanks, Elle, for stopping in again. Appreciate you. And we'll probably see you in game here soon. Not tonight. I'm hanging it up for tonight, but all right. Again, thanks for everybody for stopping in. Credits aren't working either. More stuff to work on. It'll get fixed. I'd like to say we're going to fix it in post, but I don't think we're going to fix this in post. Anyway, again, thanks for being here. Appreciate your support. Appreciate the follows, lurkers, chatters, family, non-family, all my friends out there in DDO land. Good hunting. God love you. We'll see you around.